What do you get when you cross a turtle and a porcupine? Slowpoke.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Outer Belt podcast show on the streaming services of YouTube. I am Patrick, and you all know my cohorts, my friends.
Chili.
Buttermilk.
I'm Eric.
Zucchini bread.
And Jerry.
I'm Eric. No, you're Eric. What?
I'm Eric.
It's, you're not going to know this because Jerry's going to add together, but this is like our fifth start. Anyways, so how's everybody doing?
Breezy.
I'm going to dry up and crack up from the cold up here.
Seriously, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's like the Sahara Desert.
I'm sorry. Well, we do run the dehumidifier in the middle of winter, too.
Yeah.
I think that to get the 5% humidity level, it's perfect.
Okay.
Can we get a statewide humidifier?
Yes, it's corn sweats. We'll get them in a few months, right?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah. I just keep thinking about that song. It's from Christmas. It's kind of the creepy one. I really must go, baby. It's cold outside. Yeah, like
It's really cold outside.
It's not cold anymore. We left cold. We left cold somewhere like on what Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was cold on Sunday. We've officially gotten into
Frigid.
sub-freezing.
I saw a meme that said, it was like a picture of the snow and whatever, and it said, for all the things you postponed or put off until hell was frozen over, that list is happening this week.
I think it's just God's judgment on Indiana.
Oh.
Coming through and beating Miami when it was clearly their championship, and the judges just gave Indy that, and God was like, "Well, that's how we're gonna play a game. I'm gonna show you some weather." Did you see people in the game with like the heavy jackets on and breathing out cold air? It was like 50-something degrees
They
there.
got snow themselves.
It's crazy in
What- I don't know
Miami.
about yeah. Super crazy.
So I have a question, and I don't mean to sound ignorant, but I'm going to be ignorant for a second. They played this game in Miami at Miami's home stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a coincidence, or do they always pick one of the teams to play the BCS championship at? Because I remember several years ago it happened in New Orleans at the Superdome, which is not there's no college teams play there. So is it just a coincidence it happened to be in Miami this year?
It's a coincidence. The Sugar Bowl plays at the Superdome.
It does.
So they choose one of the major bowl sites to play the championship game.
Ah, okay.
So it's strictly coincidence.
Gotcha. So is it ever like in the Pasadena with the Rose Bowl, or?
It has been.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mhm.
I was watching that, and they were talking about. I saw the sign for Hard Rock Stadium, and I'm like, man, I thought that was in Miami. But that's ridiculous. There's no way they're playing in Miami,
They were
especially
playing
seeing how
Miami.
cold it
Yeah.
was.
Right.
And then I'm like, where is this stadium? And I look it up, and I'm like, oh, home of the Miami Dolphins and the University of Miami. And I was like, wow.
Yep.
Well, would
So-
you rather they played in like 50-degree Miami weather or 20-degree? Indiana.
I think they should. I think Michigan should have opened up their stadium and been like, y'all can play here.
Yeah. Exactly.
Neutral ground.
100,000 seat, 120,000 seats, whatever it is. It's still the largest stadium in the world, right? Where's Don? We need our fact checker. I think it's the world's largest stadium right now, or not world's largest, but largest football stadium in America. And
Michigan, really?
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. It's a big stadium.
it's a big
It
stadium.
seats a lot of people.
The only,
Who plays there? Just the college?
Yeah.
you build a stadium for
And they will come?
8
Mhm.
games. Makes
Wow.
sense. Millions and millions of dollars on something that gets used 8 times
I'm
a
sure
year.
They do the high school. There's like all
Not
the
a
high
chance.
schools in
You
the
think?
state go there and do their end of the season
Yeah,
games.
they probably do
So
like
we always use
All-Star games or
Superdome.
whatever.
Superdome was the big one. And,
Well, yeah, I'm sure they have concerts and things there as well. I'm sure it's not just.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
I could see
Could be-
Kenny Chesney when he did his college arena tour. I could see that being somewhere that he stopped and did.
Well, this wouldn't be an arena though. This would be a stadium.
Yeah,
That's what I meant. College stadium tour kind of thing.
yeah.
He-
Like Billy
he
Joel
del-
did the show
He deliberately only did college
stadiums.
stadiums
Yeah.
for one of his albums. I don't
So,
remember how long ago.
According to the world's most accurate website, Wikipedia,
Oh yes.
The Big House, as it is called, is the largest stadium in the United States and the Western Hemisphere. It is the third largest stadium in the world and the 34th largest sports venue in the world. Official capacity is 107,601, but it has hosted crowds in excess of 115,000.
Yeah.
Is that because they put people maybe on the
Standing room.
Standing room.
standing?
standing
Oh,
room.
I was thinking like down on the ground level, like we did at
Oh,
the
yeah.
shoe.
Yeah.
You could get more people in that way too.
Yep.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. I mean, game day at LSU, game day at like Alabama, those are regularly over 100,000 people
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Same similar.
Yeah.
It's
You
just
say the SEC.
yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, and for me, it's the whole like the early fall games. It's still hot in South. You know what I mean? South Louisiana.
Sure.
So you're just baking in the sun for 2-3 hours. You know, you're praying for night games. Like you're just baking. Well, what's worse, getting baked in the sun or getting eaten by mosquitoes? It's like one or the other, right?
Wow,
Fun times, but it was a good game though.
it was a good game.
I completely forgot it was happening. I had to go out to Bolt. They're one of our sleeper providers, and so I drove a truck out there and got back in time to watch the game. Just completely forgot it was happening. I just had so much kind of going on. I was on the phone
Sure.
pretty much the whole time with business stuff. And when I got back to the house, I was just ready to like veg in front of the TV, and I completely forgot about the game. And then I got a text message from you, Mr. Vince,
Mhm.
about 3.5 hours past the time you normally call it.
Yes.
And I thought that's weird. And then I got a text message from Jimmy, and I'm like, "What is happening? These are people that don't stay up super late. What's the
Nobody,
deal?"
right?
It didn't occur to me, so I'm just scrolling through Facebook, half watching the TV show we're watching, and I see someone say like something about, "Wow, Miami showed up" or whatever, and I was like, "What?" I was like, "Oh my gosh, is that today?" I pulled my ESPN app open, and I saw that it was the fourth quarter with like 15 or not 15, maybe 14, 13, 14 minutes left, and I was like, "That's the game." I completely forgot about it, so I had to go search online, but I found it, and Eric and I watched the last 5 minutes.
5-6 minutes.
What a thrilling
It was
5
good.
or 6 minutes.
It was a good game.
If
Yeah.
the whole game was like that, I'd be dead. It
They
was,
both showed up. I thought.
yeah, it was. I mean, nail biting. It was I love a really good game, and it was kind of fun because I had no dogs in the fight.
Sure.
I was about to ask, does anybody here have anything emotionally invested in that game?
My mom's from Miami, and I have friends in Indiana. That's as close as I get.
Oh, you're divided.
Indiana's a big team, a Big Ten team, and USC, who I root for, is a Big Ten team. Even though I'm wearing an Ohio State sweatshirt because it's freaking cold in here, but
Is Miami
it's
SEC?
just Big Ten. No, Miami's ACC.
Oh, well, screw them.
There you go. See?
Just kidding.
See, I don't know a whole lot about Miami outside of like The Rock played for them. You know, it just wasn't on my like
Sure.
a team that like Miami never played. And someone's going to fact check me and be like, "You're wrong. They did in 1973." But like, really, I don't remember LSU or Alabama really playing Miami. They weren't. They didn't
No.
travel in the same circles.
No, completely separate conferences. They wouldn't
Yeah.
have. I mean, unless there was a major bowl game tie-in where
Yeah,
somebody,
exactly.
the ACC certain rank and a certain rank SEC team were contractually obligated to play in a certain bowl game. Maybe then, but
Yeah. So it just never was anything I watched. I didn't realize because I'm saying this to Kelly and Jimmy, and they're like, everyone knows Miami. They've won multiple
Sure.
championships. They're a
Yeah.
great team. And then he goes on to talk about how, because they're Seminole fans, how, oh well, yeah, they play the Seminoles every year, and they play the Gators and whatever, and they're like how they sharpen each other's teeth. They're mortal enemies and all that stuff. And I'm like, I had no idea.
That's the
I
whole
don't know
Florida
anything
thing
about
down
Florida.
there.
it is a whole Florida thing.
Yeah. I thought it was exciting that Indiana had never won a championship, and they went the entire season undefeated. I mean, those were some pretty cool statistics.
Yeah.
So going into it, I'm like, I'm gonna pull for Indiana. I cheered each way, each direct, odd appropriately for both teams.
Yeah.
We just I didn't have anything emotionally vested in it other than
Did
I was super excited.
Did you Ooh, that last throw.
I did.
Oh man,
I did. Ooh, that last throw.
that last throw. I love when this happens, and I've seen it happen. It's happened against my team, so I'm not being a jerk. It's happened against our team.
For Jerry, the other team caught the ball from the other
Yes.
side of the field.
It was intercepted. It was picked off, intercepted. It was beautiful. It was all the Miami, like everything was set up perfectly. Miami, who was 3 points behind, they're about to throw a touchdown. Not 3 points, they're 6 points behind. They're about to throw a touchdown. They're going to win the game with a extra point. Like it's going to be a beautiful thing. And they had a couple fouls, not fouls. They had a couple of calls that went their way. And it's like, this is beautiful. The guy launches it. And it's a beautiful, the guy's about to catch it. And the wrong color jersey grabs the ball. And it's like, immediately from like euphoria to complete dismay on these college students' faces. I love it. I've been there. I've been in that situation.
Cool stadium. It was definitely half and half with their colors. Very, very burgundy, almost the color Jerry you're wearing, and then the Miami Dolphin or Miami colors, that green, orange. It was just the whole thing was pretty cool.
Indiana has the largest alumni base of all the colleges.
Well, the whole fact that Indiana, this is their first BCS championship. It's like that's
You go
mind-blowing.
show
It's
us.
their first college football championship.
Yeah, sorry, it's their first college football championship.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it's crazy because you think of like
Of any of the eras, though.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's wild because you've got Ohio, which has had multiple. You got Michigan's had multiple. Like, they're surrounded by states that have had multiple wins.
But they're not a football school.
They're a basketball school.
They're a basketball school. Indiana's a basketball school.
Yeah.
But you have those schools that you have a few schools here and there that are both, but not very many.
Yeah.
Duke's a basketball school.
Absolutely.
They had a decent year, like the last couple years, they had decent football years, but they're a basketball school.
Sure.
UCLA, they're a basketball school.
Yeah.
I know the stat like 10 years ago was UCLA was a 7-win team in football, 7 wins a year. And it played out. If you looked at their records, it wasn't like somebody just threw out a number. It averaged that they averaged 7 wins a year in football, but they were known as a basketball school. USC, a crosstown rival of UCLA, they're a football school.
Yeah.
They're a basketball team, but they're a football school. So Indiana is a basketball school. Certainly they can win a championship. They can have those years where they're great.
Yeah.
We'll see how far Signetti goes with what he's doing. He's doing big things there right now. We'll see
This
how
was their
far it
first
takes them.
win ever in the history of the college being formed, though.
This is their first ever championship in football.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
congratulations, brother.
Big time.
Next door neighbors.
Yeah, neighbors.
I'm excited to see what happens at LSU next year. I mean, that whole situation. I don't know.
That whole situation made me an Ole Miss fan this year.
Well,
Seriously, I was
they
pulling for Ole Miss at the end there.
they had some that they showed up to fight.
They did.
They showed up to fight
They did.
too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, all of it's interesting. But y'all didn't come here to listen to us talk about football. You came here to find out about the weather, which we've
Yeah.
already addressed.
Yep.
Cold, and for the foreseeable future.
And
Cold.
you wanted to know how the day's been and what all we've got accomplished and how life's been, right? I think that's what people come here, right? We're a
I
lifestyle.
come here for
I
that.
think they really want to know if the driver's lounge is open.
So they're lifestyle people, right? So they they want to know like our lifestyle, their lifestyle. No, they want to think about their lifestyle, but they like knowing about our lives, right? Basically, I mean, I hear so much about the Jerry fan fiction; it's crazy.
Oh.
But
Bug eyes.
but it's a whole thing. The drivers pass it around. It's fine. So I have something that happened today that I want to talk about real quick. Just get it off my
Sure.
chest 'cause I'm so about it.
Don't tell me about that pie.
You had pie?
I took off today
Why?
and flew an airplane
Oh.
20 whole minutes. And then the oil pressure in the engine just decided to say bye-bye.
Oh.
Oh,
Did you pull the parachute?
I did not pull the parachute. We limped the airplane back to the airfield. I mean, like in true crisis mode of like, got as high as we could get, and then identified every airport as we were going,
Right.
as a place if we lose the engine now, here's where we're going. If we lose the engine here now, here's where we're going. The whole way back to OSU, Ohio State
Did you
University's
declare an
airport.
emergency?
We did not declare emergency because it never got. There's when you lose oil pressure, it's a fairly slow process. Because you imagine like usually if you lose oil pressure, it's because you've got a hose or something, so you're slinging oil.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got time, and so they kind of measure that out. And we never got to the declared emergency point.
How were you made aware that you're losing oil pressure? Did you
There's a
notice it
warning
on the gauge?
there's a
or-
warning that
okay.
pops up.
All right.
So yeah, the gauge did say it, and there's a warning that pops up. There's a warning that pops up when it gets like, hey, you may have a concern here.
Gotcha.
Like pretty early on.
Sure.
Are these
And
lights
so-
or buzzers or a Siri voice talking to you?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yes, all of
Yeah,
the
they
above?
take oil pressure pretty
Yeah.
seriously on
Wow.
it. And so we flew back and did end up making a beautiful landing into OSU, and everything was fine. It is the airport at OSU. So if y'all are looking at the University of Ohio and you're like, where is this airport?
Let's clarify that.
Ohio
There's the University of
State.
Ohio.
I'm sorry.
And
If
then
you're looking
there's
for
the Ohio
sorry.
State University.
If you're looking at the Ohio State University
Yeah.
on a map and you're like, where's the airport? I don't see this anywhere. It's like 20 minutes in another direction.
Yep.
So it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but it is what it is. So we flew to that airport, and which is good. That's where their maintenance bases and everything is. And
Like 5
Okay.
minutes from my house.
it's very close to your house. Yeah. I think about that every time I go over there. Don't come by your house.
check your sidewalk for oil drifts.
Yes, please
Gotcha.
do. Please do. But yeah, no. So it was the first time we didn't declare an emergency, but we had an emergency in flight and got to experience that and go through those procedures and everything. We did when we did land. We pulled the dipstick. We're like, let's just take a look, and we had oil. So most likely it's just a sensor that was going bad, but you just can't take a chance on that.
No, of course
you run
not.
out of oil, your
course
engine
not.
locks up,
Mhm.
and then
Done.
you're done.
So do you feel like all that education and learning and everything you did beforehand had you prepared for this?
Excellent question.
Yes. What do they call it? Aeronautical decision making, ADM. And just recognizing the risks and how do we mitigate and how do we deal with what we've got going on. So, yeah. Because we did talk about do we just want to bail to the absolute closest airport, but we weren't in the parameter to do that yet. There is a clear mark of when to do that, and we weren't there yet. So we're like, let's see if we can get back, and that's why we tracked every airport. And like I said, we went up as high as we could go safely so we had plenty of glide distance, so we could make it to those airports. And this area of Ohio, like from Columbus, Ohio to Indiana to Fort Wayne, if you can imagine that triangle, there's dozens of airports. Like it's
The little guys.
tons and tons of little airports you can divert to. That's not the case everywhere in the country, but in this particular place, it is.
Right.
And it makes sense because I mean, like the Wright brothers were from here. Like
Sure.
the birth of aviation is here. The U.S. Air Force's Air Museum is here. Like it kind of all got started
Right.
here. Yeah, we got to do that.
It'd have been cool if you diverted to the Air Force Base.
It would have been.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to.
Are you really?
Oh yeah, you can in an
If there's
emergency.
an
In an
emergency.
emergency, anything goes.
Yeah.
Anything goes. You're
So-
never, as long as you put it down on the ground, you're fine. If there's damage, then you got to answer for the damage, but
Does that include
get to the ground.
like highways? I've seen stories about that.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Interstates, I guess, or whatever you want to call
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Hmm.
So it's kind of weird because, like, I've been trained how to fly on the plane with the parachute,
it. Right.
but so we have thresholds and we shoot certain thresholds, then you pull your parachute, right?
Sure.
If you can't guarantee a landing on a runway. But if you're in like a Cessna or anything that doesn't have a parachute, your only option is somewhere on the ground. And so that's when you do talk about things like roads. Well, if you're going to land on a road, traffic, make sure the road's wide enough for your
Right.
wings, because people don't realize how wide an airplane is. It's pretty wide, even the little tiny ones we're flying are. The overhead cable lines, things
Sure.
across the road, those are super hazardous. So fields look perfectly flat from above in the air, a couple thousand feet above the ground, which is not far at all. The earth looks flat as can be, but when you actually get there to land into it, you realize, oh, a field is not flat. It's very dangerous. So just figuring all that stuff out, and depending on what you fly, that's the kind of way they teach you. So I have a parachute, so it's a little different story.
Sure.
Um,
Did you panic like for a split second? Or a full
no,
second? Or
no.
was it just
if I'm being perfectly honest, I was trying to do a cross country. You have to land at least 50 miles away for it to happen, and we hadn't got there yet, and we hadn't landed.
So you were pissed.
So I was upset. I was like, like it's real quick. The decision is like, okay, we have to get like safety above everything, right? You
Sure.
immediately kind of know, well, crap, we have to deal with this. But yeah, I was like, wow. So I just burned up 9/10 of an hour for nothing. So it's frustrating. But the icing on the cake was I had enough time. There was another airplane at OSU's airport that I could take. I had an appointment for the dentist this afternoon, and I was like, I wonder if I could move that appointment. So I called the dentist, and they were like, yep, you can move that appointment. It's fine, no big deal. And so I came back to the house. I picked Eric up, and then we went back to the airport, and
I got high.
Eric got high.
You went on a ride?
That's
Yes.
awesome.
He didn't literally go high. He went like he didn't get.
He literally went high.
He was
Right.
elevated
1500?
4,000, 5,000 feet.
Oh, a little more. There are too many numbers on that dashboard. I can't tell what's for what.
The dashboard. Okay.
Have you been before?
No.
Never. Well, commercially, yeah, but never.
Did
one
you
or two
trust your
people.
pilot?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
As many times
That's
as he's
important.
left the house to go to quote unquote class and
Oh.
practice and everything, he's been up there.
So there's
long
proof
enough,
that he's
yeah.
actually going to the airport and flying planes around.
If he doesn't know what he's doing, where were you?
Right.
I know. I have like 150, 160 hours of flying already.
Yeah,
like
it's
it's
a
a
lot.
lot.
Ooh, so just a few more than me.
Just a few more.
Yeah.
A few more.
Yeah, like by 150 or 160.
Something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 How
So
long did you go up in the air for?
2.4 hours.
2.4 hours.
Wow.
We were going against the wind.
At least
to
that's what we
get-
were built for.
That's an important number. So
Yeah.
it took longer to get from here to Fort Wayne is where we fly.
Yep.
Because we were going
Flew.
against the wind, flew, whatever. But we got from Fort Wayne back to OSU a lot quicker because we were going with the wind.
Nice.
We had about a
So all the cities I'm looking for, one pops up every once in a while on the way to Fort Wayne. We turn around like, city, city, city.
yeah.
They all pop up twice as fast.
Oh, we were doing like 120 knots over the ground, which is about 130 miles an hour to Fort Wayne. And we're doing 184
Wow.
on the way back,
Wow.
which is right at 200 miles an hour on the way back. So yeah,
So-
things
So
happen a lot faster. in
Did you
reverse.
stop in Fort Wayne and check on our tractors?
No, we did a touch and go. I
Okay.
didn't even do a taxi back. We
Gotcha.
because we only had the plane for so long,
Right.
and coming
Yeah.
back here to pick Eric up and going back to the airport and everything, it was close. We actually landed. I parked the airplane at 4:02, and so I was 2 minutes over our time. And I radioed it for them to come fill the plane up because I knew the guy was coming. And general rule is if you see the person coming to you, give them the keys, that kind of thing.
Right.
Try to be polite, or if you know for a fact they're inside the terminal, then you can bring the keys. But if you don't know that, then you put the keys back in the key box.
Sure.
So I put the keys in the key box. I'm leaving the hangar, and he walks over and he's like, "Hey, are you Patrick?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm taking the plane out that you just got back in or whatever." It's like, "Oh, I just put the keys up. I'm so sorry." So he had to walk all the way back to the hangar and do all that. But yeah, it was a lot. I enjoyed it. It was cool having Eric next to me because it's like, oh, this is what it's like.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can tell you this from flying, it's the complete opposite of trying to drive across the country. I appreciated the turbulence to keep me awake. Because once you got above a certain level, it's like floating on glass. You can't tell how fast you're going. You can't feel the bumps, anything. It puts you to sleep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Heather and I had a similar situation today.
No.
With keys.
Oh, okay.
With keys.
I'm
yeah.
like,
I'm like-
you went high or flying or what are we doing here?
No, we had some similar situation where we need to move a couple of trucks, and Heather had moved a truck over somewhere else. And I had to give a team some paperwork, and she was coming back to park a truck that she had pulled out to move the other truck. And I gave the team the paperwork, and I go, "Well, I'm standing right here, and she's way over there. I may as well go ahead and park this truck."
And
I parked the truck.
oh, I thought you were gonna say she had the keys, so you couldn't. or
No,
something.
the keys were in the truck still.
Oh,
So instead of
But
having
it was
her,
a truck handoff
it was
as
a truck,
opposed
exactly.
to
It's a plane
key
handoff.
I
So
follow.
in this situation, we handed the keys off. I'd have to go out She had to go all the way back to the truck to get in it to move it.
Anything to do with the fact the truck was already warm?
No, because the truck really wasn't warm.
Oh.
It hadn't run that long. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It was out of the wind, but that's
I
about
was
it.
there. I was just being polite.
That's very
That
nice
was
of
Sounded
you.
coworker
Teamwork.
like
Kind.
teamwork.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes
So-
the
Dreamwork.
Dream.
Yeah. Similar but different.
yeah. Yes, completely. I agree. You talk about these trucks taking a while to warm up too.
Yeah.
I left Baton Rouge. I left Baton Rouge yesterday with D10174. I left Columbus yesterday with D10174
Mhm.
and took it out to Bolt, and it was an hour and 8 minutes. I had 6 hours and 52 minutes left on my clock.
Right.
So it was exactly that much time when I was like, all right, the truck's finally warm enough. I
Yeah.
can turn the heater down.
Yeah.
Doing 65 miles an hour.
Mhm.
Like, it was that cold
Wow.
outside.
It was like
took
10 degrees outside.
it took that long to warm the
Yeah.
inside of the truck up. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you drive with the curtain closed?
I
'Cause
do,
that
yeah.
would keep the
That way I use my instrumentations on the truck. You know, well, they have it. This one has the autopilot. What's it called? Where you the adaptive
lane
cruise
departure-
and lane
adaptive cruise, like lane
yeah,
departure.
And
and
the
it
lane
has lane departure warning. So as long as you
Oh,
listen for
okay.
the warning,
Yeah, they're good.
you just
We're partnering
know?
with Tesla.
I don't know if I told you
You
this,
should.
but our newest tractor that went out today
yes.
has the lane keep assist on it.
Do you know Jerry wanted that feature so bad? He made me promise the next truck I put him in would have that feature, and I said I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to put you in a truck with this, and I didn't. I stood by my word.
It is very annoying. Very annoying. One, the steering wheel has no
Well, that team
resistance at
might
all.
be listening to us.
I told them about it,
Okay.
and they had experienced it before. They were aware.
Okay.
I'm sure once you get used to it, maybe it's different.
Do you have to use it, or it's an
No,
option?
you can actually turn it off.
Oh, okay.
Unlike the lane departure,
Yes.
you actually turn it off and it stays off.
Okay.
The lane departure you turn off comes back on in 10 minutes.
It's just for construction zones. things like
Construction
that.
zones,
Yeah.
exactly. So the lane keep, the steering wheel, if you're in a parking lot, it has zero resistance. It just spins freely. It's hard to tell where you're at because you're not feeling anything.
So it's like, I kind of felt this way with the Western Stars, the big Western Stars, the 150s we have.
Yeah.
Their steering is effortless. Is it similar?
effortless. No, this is way more effortless.
It's almost it's almost like drive by
you
wire.
feel like it's drive by wire. You feel like you're not connected to anything at all when you're turning the steering
Is it
wheel.
connected to anything? Have you looked?
I haven't looked. I've driven the truck. The truck turns.
Well, I know, but I mean, like,
Is there
they
a drive shaft?
well they do true car. You can buy cars. They're very expensive
Sure.
that have true drive by wire,
wire,
and
yeah.
so the steering wheel is not connected at all to the anything. It's just on the back of it's just a little motor, and it tells it.
When I did my pre-trip before I drove it here from Fort Wayne, I did grab the steering shaft, and it did feel different. There is a steering shaft. I
Okay.
know that. It did feel differently. That's
Huh.
interesting. I didn't think. This is
It's
that was before
styrofoam.
I actually felt it. It's styrofoam. I squeezed it and it crushed.
It's a pool noodle.
But once you're on the road,
Yeah.
it's like a car with power steering. You don't feel it because you're moving. It's a whole different thing. But you feel the steering wheel doing like this the whole way,
Oh,
and it just is annoying.
is it? That's with it on.
That's with it on.
But with it off, it's fine?
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So I turned it off.
Well,
and
dang! I
turned
wish
it
I'd have
on.
known that. I'd like to try it.
I
Try it out.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you. I apologize.
No, it's all good. Maybe the next one.
Maybe
What is it called again?
lane keep assist. Or something?
What's it? What's it? Do?
It keeps you between the navigational beacons.
Oh.
Center dead on,
Well,
right?
Jimmy Buffett
Yeah.
does that for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
Yes.
Stick with Jimmy Buffett.
You got to be specific.
Exactly. Exactly.
I had a weekend with Jimmy Bucket once. That
Hmm.
was
Yeah.
was
Ooh, I
brutal.
bet that was fun. Yeah.
Never eat undercooked chicken.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never eat
Are
under,
Undercooked
What?
chicken, or
never under eat cooked chicken.
never eat undercooked chicken,
Gotcha.
or you may also have a weekend with Jimmy Bucket. Go on.
Oh, it was horrible. I remember was driving with my mom, and we had a run going up to Canada. The night before, we had stopped off at the first TA that you cross into Michigan.
Oh,
From this
Monroe,
way. I don't know the name of it, but I know it was the first TA.
like on your way to Detroit.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Monroe, right? I think it's the TA in Monroe.
We stopped off there. We had dinner. We were chilling for the night because the next morning we had enough time to
Yeah.
get across the border and do everything we had to do.
And you got your chicken
And
rare
I
like you
had-
always do.
I had chicken stir fry. It looked cooked. It tasted fine.
Yeah.
And boy, the next morning we got up to go take a shower, and it was on. Let me tell you, like it took me probably 2 hours in the bathroom. Mom come to the door, banging on the door. You know, she's like, "What's going on?" I was crying. I was
Oh
just,
boy.
yeah. So we ended up. She drove. We crossed the border. You have to be up front, 2 people when you cross into Canada. So I'm sitting in the passenger seat with a bucket in between my legs, just going to town. And the guy at the border crossing is just looking at me like, "Do I want to let you in?" It was not fun.
Oh man, that's brutal, especially doing the border crossing.
Yeah.
Because they will. That's a sign. Like, you have drugs. Like, what happened? Are you a
Contagious
drug
disease.
mule? You
Right.
contagious
Did you have
disease?
balloon burst in your belly?
Exactly. Like, what's going on? I'm surprised they didn't like. Can we just have you pull your truck over here?
He didn't.
We had the exciting one where they're like, you can just leave your truck here and get out of the vehicle now. When people with M16s, and it's like, oh, okay.
Wow.
You remember that?
Mhm.
In the toll, in the like in the lane, like in the they had us leave right there, and we left and went into the little security building and had a conversation with some very nice people. And it was actually so brief. I've told this story 1,000 times. Every time I tell it, we've there for hours. I think really we were there for less than an hour. Like, it was a real
No,
quick.
I'm remembering a different one then. That's one where we tried to cross the border. They had their problem. We had to go back into Canada and stay at a truck
That
stop
was a
overnight.
different one. Canada could be fun.
That's
So,
the one I remember.
It can. It really can.
Can they put the can in Canada?
They
They do.
Not going to mess with people's money, but plan ahead.
Yes. But yeah. But the good thing is, just keep remembering, if you are taking a load into Canada or bringing a load out of Canada back into the U.S., and you get detained at the border, your truck gets detained at the border, that it does count for detention with both carriers that we work with, so you do get paid. So just, you have to keep that in the back of your head, so when everything's,
Just be patient.
burning to the ground,
What was your
it's
longest
probably
time?
fine. Huh?
What was your longest time?
When he said, when we got turned around at the border, I think we were 2 days waiting to get across.
My longest was 3, sitting at the border.
We had one not
Oh.
too long ago that was like 6 days.
Mm.
Not us personally.
No, within our fleet. Yeah, their detention pay was like double the run pay. It was ridiculous. Anyways,
What are reasons that you get held up at the border? Is
uh,
it a you thing or the carrier thing?
yeah, everybody points fingers at everybody.
Sure.
No, as drivers, I think, and I could be wrong, and maybe I'm overstating the simplicity of it, but you have to have your paperwork just so, but it's not hard to do, and it's all electronic these days. So you're basically giving them a sheet of paper with a QR code, right? And then they're just scanning it, and if everything's here, you're good to go. The problem is they have to have brokers to be able to get the freight pass through there, like with customs brokers. Sorry, that's what I'm trying to say. So not like freight brokers; these are custom brokers. And then you have a bunch of people that have to touch the load, and everybody's got to do their part. And we even called one of our carriers. I won't say who they are. They were like, the customs broker. We're trying to figure it out with the customs broker. Yada yada yada. Finally get approved. We go in there and we tell them, and they're like, yeah, the people at the border, the customs people at the border were like, yeah, the broker had everything to us just fine. Your carrier had their paperwork wrong. And so it's like, all right.
Yeah.
So everybody points fingers at everybody, so you never really get the truth of what happened.
Sure.
Sometimes the shippers have to certify stuff. The people receiving have to certify stuff. So if everybody doesn't talk, you could have issues, which is why I have the 70-20-10 rule. 70% of the time, totally fine. You're in and out. It's no big deal. 20% of the time, it's a pain. You have heartache. It could be you being at the border up to a day, like a shift. So, a few hours, 6, 7 hours, 8 hours. That's not uncommon. And then 10% of the time, you have a nightmare where they send you back. They literally turn you around. And they're like, we can't let you in. And you have to go back into the other country. Which, if it's in America, not a big deal. We got a lot of truck stops here. Everything's fine. If it's the other way around, you're not allowed into America and you're stuck in Canada, they don't have nearly as many truck stops or places to go hang out. Plus, now every time you use your phone, it's international. Every time you use your data, it's international. Every time you go to a store and you swipe a credit card, you're paying a transaction
Wow.
or a foreign transaction fee. So that's where it gets to be a little bit of a headache, which is
Yeah.
why we always say, like, if you're going into Canada, treat it like you're going into a winter storm. Buy groceries, load up on stuff that you can bring to Canada because you can't just bring every food into Canada. Don't bring your lobster. Don't bring your fresh fruits. But everything else, pretty much all your can and what do they call that? Shelf stable.
Shelf
Shelf
stable.
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 Your
All
dry
that.
goods.
Most of that stuff you can bring over just fine. So
The majority of my headaches going into Canada was not going into Canada. It was coming back.
yes,
The majority of my headaches was coming back into the U.S.
Loaded or empty?
Both. Because honestly, I'm not being this to be one side or the other. It's just they treat you like you're a criminal, whether you're a U.S. citizen or not. Like they have to prove that you need to be here.
Yeah,
literally.
you're guilty until proven innocent.
Wow.
Yep. But I mean, again, it makes up for it in rate. Those loads do typically pay very
Oh,
well.
yeah.
And again, if you get detained, it just pays even that much better.
Right. Right.
So that's where the advantage is. And we do tell people, like, I encourage everybody to get their passport and do it. It's certainly worth it.
Mhm.
And there's not a ton of people that can, which just drives up your value, right?
right. Right.
So it's definitely interesting.
Just
The-
patience.
Just patience.
Yep.
Just think of it. You have to
Don't
kind of
lose your temper.
you have to take off.
You're living in the same truck, same sleeper. You'd be anywhere in the world. Just go make you a coffee, sit down and watch TV.
Yeah.
And calm down until your carrier figures it out.
Well, and remember, when you switch over to detention, you go from being a miles-based revenue to an hourly worker. So, you know what I mean? Like, really, because we charge detention by the hour.
right.
So, once you get into detention, lots of patience. The more patient you are, the more money you're making.
Right. Right.
So,
Makes
it's
sense.
yeah, no, it's very interesting. And customs doesn't care. We did have a shipment that we brought in of pharmaceuticals out of Detroit, crossover from Windsor to Detroit, and they wanted to do an inspection on us. We opened up the truck. It was a -20 load. We told them, we can only have this product out for, I want to say 45 minutes was the rule. Might have been an hour. And they had us there for like 2.5 hours, and they had the doors open, the freight out of the truck for that long. I think it was intentional, honestly. I could be wrong, but it felt intentional. And the product spoiled. So we put it on the truck. We finished the load. FedEx had finished the load. When we got there, they took it off the truck, and they have a basically incinerate it. They just have to destroy it. And the shippers, the pharmaceutical companies that do this, they know this happens. It just gets built into the price of your medicine.
Oof.
So, yeah, crazy town.
Yep.
But that's Canada.
All right.
It's still worth it.
Absolutely. I don't regret it at all.
And if you do have to go, bring a bucket just in case.
Jimmy bucket.
Jimmy bucket, yes. We should do that. We should get like a plastic buckets and get like a nice wrap on them. It's very tropical.
Yeah.
It'll be your Jimmy bucket. And then we could sell those. And they're like, what are these for? Mop buckets? Nope.
No.
Preventing the mopping.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You could. Oh.
So many good ideas.
You could put one of the kids' potty training, or one of the Do you remember the foam built toilet seats that
Oh,
was pushing
yeah.
in your butt?
Oh
You
yeah.
could put that around so you could have comfort when you're leaning over it.
I'm telling you, it's $1 million idea. We need it. We can put them in every Dollar Tree, dollar store, Family
Right.
Dollar, Walmart. As soon as you walk in,
In the
just a
truck
Jimmy
stop.
bucket.
Right next to the purple seat.
Oh, the purple.
I'm sure Iowa
Or the black
80 would
can.
sell
Yeah.
them.
Oh, Iowa 80 would.
Yeah.
And they don't take up much space. I
No.
mean, you stack a bucket,
Mm-hmm.
There you
It
go.
could be a multi bucket.
It ooh.
A multi-Jimmy
I like where
bucket.
you're going with that. Jimmy Cuppet. Ooh, Jimmy Bullet. I'm telling you, we are onto something. We need to work on that. Let's troubleshoot. Not troubleshoot. Let's brainstorm this a little bit later. I think would you let us know in the comments? Would you buy a Jimmy bucket? We should. Oh man, what a great idea! What a great idea.
Only if he's wearing the flower tropical shirt.
Well, we don't have his license, so we just had to be just a generic round head. Like, do you remember the Seinfeld episode? I don't know if you do, where George has someone airbrushed out of a photo back when they actually had just regular photos, and the guy erased the wrong person, so then he had to add him back in, and it's just a big circle with a smile on his face, and it's like, what is that? That was good times. I love that episode.
It's a good thing we don't have to worry about that going to and from Mexico.
The Jimmy Bucket?
No, over the border.
Oh
Transport.
yeah.
You might want that Jimmy bucket even more.
I was
going
gonna say.
to and from Mexico. A little bad water.
I believe it's a Jimmy Shit It.
No, I'm talking about logistics.
So Eric, we were talking about flying, and you getting a chance to experience this with me today for the first time. What did you think of the scenery?
White and barren.
Yes,
It's winter.
He made a comment a while back about land being flat and you can't tell the difference from the sky. Well, I can tell where the 5-degree temperature's been blowing snow and where it got caught on the hill.
Oh yeah, you can't see
The
the
snow makes it look like hills and little mini mountains.
Yep.
But if it weren't for the snow, yeah, it would be. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference in elevations.
Well, and we flew directly over Bellefontaine and all that. You know, that area is super hilly, and they got isn't there like a ski resort over there too?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yes.
you couldn't tell there was that much elevation change. Like, it's crazy.
The snow, it really brings it out.
Yeah.
Well, the snow with the wind blowing it. Yeah. Another funny thing, he's trying to tell me, look over there, there's an airport. Well, I can't see it, Patrick. What are you looking at? I'm like, and he's like, look at that patch of trees right there, and it's behind the patch of trees, but a little to the right. I'm like, patch of trees in the Midwest? Which one? There's only 100 of them.
Yeah, it is funny. Spotting airports and spotting airplanes is something that you have to get good at. It's tricky. Today we didn't have any close calls. We didn't have any airplanes we came close to. And when I say close calls, I mean within 1,000 feet above or below us, which is safe. There's nothing wrong with that. So we had nothing like that, but we had to. So I was like, well, I still want to try and look for airplanes. Like, I want to build that skill, right? And so we're trying to look for them. And, you know, white airplanes that are below you and you're looking at a big white field of snow, they blend.
I bet they
Yeah.
They blend. I mean,
Right.
there were a couple that we were like right on top of, and it's like, oh, there it is. Like, it was difficult.
And
Do you-
even with no clouds at all, we
It's a
were
beautiful day.
completely clear day, and it's still hard as heck to find other planes in the sky.
Yeah.
Different than yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Those 40-mile-an-hour gusts.
I didn't fly yesterday because of it. It was too much.
Vince said, speaking of like what Eric was talking about, the blowing wind, Vince said that they got the snow and then the wind would have a gust and it just blew the snow out of the yard parking lot.
Oh yeah.
So they didn't have to
Well-
have anybody come remove the snow.
On my trip to Fort Wayne, it was very slow going. There were quite a few salt trucks I got behind, so 35-mile-an-hours. Like, it took me 4.5 hours to get to Bolt,
Wow.
which is not. It doesn't take that. It's 2.5
Yeah.
ish hours with no traffic. 3 if you encounter some traffic. 4.5 unheard of. Driving out there, the snow was blowing over the road. And I know y'all have seen it. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like, it just looks like flooding water crossing the road fast, but it's not. It's snow, and it's all really low. It's it's only
Fluffy.
yeah. It's just right above the road, but it looks like crazy flooding. And it was so much wind, and there were patches of ice that we were going over to that I'm like, oof. It's just nerve wracking. But so I get there and I'm like, well, at least I booked an SUV to get me back home because I'm like, I want 4-wheel drive. I want something safe. And if I don't get a 4-wheel drive, at least the SUVs are at front-wheel drive, which is safest, right?
Sure.
The worst thing you can get is like a rear-wheel drive pickup truck. So I get there and they give me a rear-wheel drive pickup truck. And I'm like,
It was a butch truck.
it was nice, a big GMC 4-door. I told the guy too when he picked me up at Bolt, I was like, he said, well, I got get this thing. It's nice and warm for you. Should be a great truck to get you back over there. And I'm like, well, it's snow and ice. The roads are terrible. Like, I don't know if this is a good idea. We get to his lot. He has nothing else there for me. Like the other option was like a Chevy Aveo, and I'm like, I'll take my chances in the truck. At least they both have equal chances to wreck, and I'm pretty sure I'll be safer wrecking in the GMC.
And
Did you ask him for some salt or bags of chains or something to put in the back so you could weigh it down?
That's a good idea. I should have. I did not do that. I just went and took my time getting back home. Spoiler alert, I did not have any damage, didn't have any issues or whatever. But, so as we're pulling into, I said this, and he's like, nothing to worry about, you'll be fine, right? We're pulling into the Enterprise. He pulls over to the shoulder to turn in, puts his brakes on, and we go sliding across the ice.
Past the driveway.
Past the driveway. He has to put it in reverse and then back on the shoulder up to get into the Enterprise parking lot.
Just look at him. You were saying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just don't stop. You'll be fine.
Yeah, just don't stop. Or turn. Or anything else. So it actually had me take the Flying J. Is that 30? US 30?
33, I think.
Is it 33?
I think so.
Way up there?
Yeah. Which one is right here?
33.
Okay, then it's 30. It's
Okay.
the one that's
Yeah,
not right
that's
here.
right, because you transfer off
Yep.
at 33.
So 30, had me take 30 all the way over to where 30 and 23, which is the road that goes along the river and goes to Delaware,
Yeah.
where they connect.
We've done that.
So it's
Yeah.
big, huge turn up north or
Yeah.
whatever, and then the road kind of splits. You go to Mansfield, or you can go on or Bucyrus, go on down south. Had me take that crazy path, but at least I was on 4-lane highways, and it was mostly nice. But it was even when Google Maps is like, don't take the side roads, like it always does every single time I've ever gone to Bolt.
Right.
That's what it was like. Yeah, it's bad. And I didn't know because they do such a good job of keeping the streets in Columbus clear. I just figured it'd be fine. Had I known how bad it was, I wouldn't have gone. I would have just said, I'll take the truck another day.
That makes sense.
But, oh well, it's fine.
That's there now.
It was like
there,
night
yeah.
and day, though, because in the morning it was snowy, it was yucky, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Then with all the gusts and everything, we're driving around in the afternoon, it was like there was no snow at all.
Sunshine. Was it sunshiny here, too?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
In the afternoon.
Vince gets home yesterday and he says, the only place in all of Columbus that still has snow on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
Was
are
it
you
a
talking?
street?
I'm
Yeah,
like, are you talking about
salty.
our immediate cul-de-sac road or the next road it leads to? Because those could be kind of close or
Yeah.
similar. He's like, nope, our
Only
cul-de-sac
Sweetwood.
road. He said, all of the others were, like you said, the wind blew the snow right off. Everything was clear. So
Your cul-de-sac must be on the upside of a hill.
Right.
I've never thought about that.
What you got to do is just, they keep advertising to me. It's this company that sells heated floor mats. Like they're big, like rugs. They look like, they remind me of, like, you ever see they're usually black rugs that they have, like when you walk into a school or you walk into like a church or something like that. They're these big,
Oh, yeah.
they're maybe
just
like
in
8
the-
foot
inside the
wide
door.
by 4
Yeah.
or 5 foot deep. They
Mhm.
look like those.
Right?
Usually from Cintas or whatever.
Right.
They look like those, but you put them outside and you run electricity to them, and they just heat that little area. So they're showing you on like sidewalks and things. I think they have models you can drive a car on, but I'm not positive. So what I think you should do is just do that to your entire street. Take a collection. You set up a toll booth
Yeah.
at the end of your
Yeah.
street, and then you don't have to worry about this. That. Just have. I don't know how you pay the electricity bill because it can't be cheap.
Well, they have
No.
heated driveways, so, I mean, why can't they do it to the streets?
I think we should just take up a collection and have somebody come in and give it a snow plow.
I think we should move to somewhere warmer.
Oh.
Do you tell them about that new vendor in Minneapolis?
That doesn't sound warmer.
It does not.
Just
They
saying.
have great summers, though.
It's always warm in the Mall of America. Well,
That'd be
yeah.
a good thing for people to say, the people who have been to Mall of America. What's your favorite shop there?
Oh, the alpaca store, of course.
They can use
Like,
fur coats.
yes, the alpaca store is great. I love the alpaca store.
We never went.
You never went?
In 3
I've
years
never
we
been
were
to
out.
Mall of America.
I never did either.
Oh, it's
You
a
need
big mall.
Field
Wow.
trip.
Yeah, it's a big mall. Gigantic. There's a
Work
theme park
field
in the
trip.
middle of it. I've ridden a roller coasters. It's plural in there.
Plural.
Roller coasters.
Huh.
One of our favorite restaurants is there, too.
Oh,
If we do a field trip, we know we're eating that night.
Crave. We were just talking about that. Crave. it's one of those restaurants that you're like, oh, this is like a chain meh kind of whatever restaurant, like fake nice, like trying to think what would be a good example of this. Like the ones I'm thinking of are in South Louisiana. Y'all probably wouldn't know who they are. Longhorn Steakhouse.
Okay.
Right? It's a nice steakhouse, but it's not like a fancy steakhouse.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's this place. And so you're like, kind of an idea of the quality of food, and it's like, no, the food's much better. They're batting way out of their league. But from what I can tell, they're only like in the Twin Cities area. They're not anywhere else.
Huh.
So they're like a really localized.
And it's very, like you said, they have a wide variety of options on the menu.
Yeah.
So if you like pasta, you like fish, you like steak,
They've really good
they have
sushi bar.
something for everybody.
We
Even
have-
sushi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We only had one sleepover in Minneapolis, I think, in our 3 years that I can think of, and then
Yeah, I think so.
and that was very early on,
Mhm.
like the first 3 or 4 months that we were
Mhm.
out,
Yeah.
and we opted to do a Major League Baseball game. We
Yeah.
Ubered over
Oh,
and
yeah.
did
Did.
that.
It was towards the end of baseball season because football season was
Had
started.
started.
Yeah.
I will warn people in commercial trucks, they are a little Buc-ee's-ish. You can park your truck during the day out in the back of the parking lot,
Yes.
but they will not let you park overnight.
And specifically, if you are like, okay, I want to go to the Mall of America and I want to not watch it. I want to go there and like hang out. They're cool with it. But truck parking is, unless it's moved, which I don't think it has, because we were there not too long ago and it was in the same spot. It's kind of like on the IKEA side of the parking lot. So if you're looking it up, you'll see where the IKEA is. There is a little section in the back. It's a pretty good walk in from there. It's where the old Sears is, but I don't think that's going to help anyone who's never been. Down by where the Texaco used to be.
Right.
But yeah, the IKEA is still there, so you're kind of near the IKEA. If you see the IKEA, then you're in the generally right spot, and you'll see other trucks parked there. Buses too, because they do a lot of like
Tours.
not tours, but like
Field trips.
field trip type stuff, or like a church group that's coming through, or whatever. Like they may do an afternoon at the mall or something like that. 'Cause
And
it's
I would highly recommend seeing if you haven't, getting your steps in for the day.
especially in winter. I feel like that's the only time you and I ever went to the Mall of America was in the winter. Every time it was, I can't think of like a pretty day. I tell you what, the only time it was pretty outside when we actually went, we did what you're not allowed to do, so don't do this. Is went parked at the Mall of America, went into the building and walked through the building and out into the parking garage where the train stop is. We got on the train and we rode it into downtown Minneapolis, and then spent the evening in downtown Minneapolis. Went to a cool not burger joint, it's almost like an Irish pub, I guess is what it was. Yeah, had fish and chips, all that good stuff. It just had a great time in downtown, and then rode the train back. So
Wow.
yeah, because that's like going into a downtown area is not easy. Now, it's easier now with Uber and Lyft. You got to remember we're old, so when we were around, you couldn't Uber and Lyft everywhere.
Sure.
It was only certain cities, so that's why we had to use it. But yeah, no, it's
Things have definitely progressed in a quick fashion
Yeah.
since y'all started.
oh yeah. Well, Jerry, do you remember that? Y'all have probably been on the too young for this, but Jerry, do you remember like checking the city to see if Uber was here yet?
Oh, absolutely.
Nah, we've been to a couple cities where I think we took it for granted. The one I could think of is out in Georgia, and we had a date night. We were able to get one in,
Right.
and
Yeah.
we were telling our story to the staff, and they're like, "Oh, well, don't stick around here past X, so
Yeah.
you won't get one."
Oh yeah.
Where was that? I know exactly where it was.
And their Loves had just
opened,
opened,
yeah.
like 4 days before we got there.
Wow.
And it's outside Atlanta.
I think
Mhm.
that's a good
just east of Atlanta.
learning thing. Make sure wherever you're Ubering to
Yes.
that you can get an
Get
Uber
out.
back.
Yes.
Yes.
We ran
Because
into
we
it
ran
in
into that too.
Lexington, Kentucky. We
Yeah.
ran into that too.
And check for sporting events, because we've had that happen where you're going into an area and you don't realize that the stadium with 100,000 people
Yeah.
is going to be letting out about the time you're done with dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you can get an Uber, but you're paying $500 for it.
Yeah.
So it's a great tool, but you definitely got to pay attention. But no, I remember back in the day, it was like, oh my God, this town is Uber. Like, just being so excited. Like, we could actually go places and do things. And we never had Lyft. Like, that was, I didn't get Lyft until we started. Like I just had to like fly places and pick up trucks and move them or whatever. That's when I finally got Lyft. It actually was Jerry was the one that convinced me to do it.
Commerce, Georgia.
Commerce, Georgia.
Now, do
Oh,
you
yeah.
compare the prices? Check Uber, you check Lyft, see which one's better?
In general,
Are
no.
they different?
In general, no. I prefer Uber. I think Jerry, you prefer Lyft, right?
I think so.
So my problem has been I've had enough. Am I allowed to use the word janky?
Sure.
I was
Okay.
gonna say
Yeah.
our ride in Commerce was a little janky.
Okay,
The one going in.
I've had enough janky rides with Lyft that Uber seems to have rules like you need to have
Mhm.
running engines and your headlights need to work and your taillights need to work and the car needs to be built within the last 20 years.
And decent looking inside,
No, yeah, a little bit.
cleaner side.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in Lyft is kind of like go-kart. Yeah, we have that. That's a Lyft go-kart. Lyft cart.
I found the same.
Yeah. So I typically do Uber only, and then I will do Lyft when it's like the price is astronomical or Uber's having a hard time finding me someone or whatever, and that usually works. Usually does. But like I just had a situation happen where I went to an airport and I had to Uber somewhere, and when I got there, the checked in. Uber's like it'd be like $38 or whatever. I'm like that's fair. I was going pretty far, so I'm like that makes sense. We're looking for cars for you. We're looking for someone for you. We're looking for someone for you. Can't find anybody. Can't find anybody. Can't find anybody. And then it pops up in the screen like, oh, well, we actually have Uber, whatever pricing,
Right.
and so your car now will be $78 or something. It jumped up that much. I was like, what? And so I pull up my Lyft app, and Lyft was like $28, and someone immediately accepted my ride.
Mhm.
So I mean, in times like that,
yeah.
I'll use Lyft. And I don't know if it's as bad as it used to be, but for a little while there was a lot of airports that wouldn't let you use Uber,
Mm-hmm.
but they would work with Lyft.
Yeah.
I guess Lyft was willing to pay them like a few cents per ride to be able to use their service.
Yeah.
So for those, you don't have a choice. But I don't think that's as bad anymore. I think Uber has kind of loosened up and started paying some of those fees, right?
Yeah, they have.
Mhm.
So
They have.
it's crazy. It just like to know all that and then to also remember a time where that just didn't exist
Sure.
at all.
Yeah.
Sure.
I can remember a little different kind of same subject anyway, but I can remember back in the day of cell phone towers only being 3G, and Verizon was the first ones to come out with 4G before the other networks kicked in. And I can remember getting my first jetpack from Verizon
Oh yeah. Oh,
And
we had a
then-
jetpack. I remember that.
and then looking at the Verizon map every time we were like laid over somewhere,
Yep.
seeing where the nearest 4G areas were. And like I remember being out in Washington and having to get like within so close to Seattle to get a 4G signal. And we would like go to rest areas and try to find a parking spot just so I can get that faster signal. And
Oh.
that's crazy.
We never went that far, but what we would do is we would always we'd stop the truck and it's like, all right, let's see what we got here. We got the jetpack. How's it looking? It says no signal, or is it 1 bar? Okay, what's the phone have? Because I had the old school AT&T unlimited everything,
Mhm.
so I could still tether from it. And so I was like, okay, well let me like whatever was best. That's what we do. And there were plenty of times we watched movies or TV shows with buffering in the middle of it just to try to get through. I mean, we took
Buffering.
DVDs on the road with us when we first went out because even with tethering, it wasn't strong enough signal. 2011, 12, like it still wasn't enough signal.
We literally had a whole, like one of our bins where we kept clothes and stuff
Yeah.
later in the day, but we literally had a whole bin that was nothing but movies because that's all we had.
Yeah. When we so our very first truck was a Kenworth T660. Oh, T600, sorry. T600. We drove for the company. We bought a T660. But the sleepers were identical. They were the studio sleeper. If you've seen where we've gone to the Mid-America Truck Show, we've actually shown you off that sleeper a couple times.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's a really cool layout. Like, I still think it's better than the modern Cascadia factory sleeper. But, I guess you could make more money with the modern one. So that sleeper had a little shelf right at the back of the bed that was maybe 2.5 inches wide and maybe like 3 or 4 inches tall, and it went right all along the back of the back wall. So we actually hung a TV in there, and then I was trying to find a DVD player that would fit a Blu-ray player that would fit in that shelf and still work standing up because a lot of them won't. And I was trying to figure out what we could do, and I did the measurements and I was like, I wonder. And I looked up a PS3. A PS3 has the Blu-ray, right?
Yes.
Yes. So I looked up PlayStation 3. We're not gamers. We don't game at all. But I was like, let me see what it is. It perfect fit. So for Black Friday, we went out and bought a PlayStation 3.
Just for the Blu-ray player.
Yes, and it's when it came with the Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh my goodness.
So we had Grand Theft Auto 5, and we had a Blu-ray player. And it worked perfect because the little door slid down, and it was still like you put a DVD without having to like pull the player out and put it back in and everything. It was a great fit. I've still got it. It's in the basement under the stairs.
And you only used it for movies.
We only used it for movies.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's probably worth something to someone.
I don't know.
A
Collectible.
collectible.
If it even
I don't
works.
know. If it were, I've got a Wii in my basement.
You ever use it?
I used to use it, but I don't anymore. The Wii.
Yeah.
I know. I saw his face says you used to have a Wii in your basement.
No, it's still down there.
I go in the
What's going on
basement sometimes and go, wee, wee.
No,
I like to do
it's a
family
red
game
one.
night on the Wii.
Oh, that's fun. I wish my N64 worked. That's the one. Like I grew up on Atari, and then we moved on to Sega Genesis. Sega. My real one that I love was N64. I had Pod Racing game and a couple others I just really enjoyed. That I still have it. I just don't own a TV that takes a yellow video cable. You know, it was yellow, red, and white. That was your two audio and your video. I don't have a TV that does that anymore, so kind of screwed. Which is crazy because I still have the RX thing on the back,
I
so I
wonder
could.
if you can get adapters that would connect.
I'm
them
sure I
together.
could.
Just get you a Nintendo Switch or something, and then you can
Nah, I
subscribe
don't
and
care
play all
about
those.
That's too much effort.
You can
I
play
used
all
to
those
play
games
Pong on my TV.
I remember Pong. Did you? Well, was it like real Atari Pong or was it like a?
No, like the screen was just a green
I know what Pong
green
is.
paddles.
I know
It
what
was
Pong-
not. No, it wasn't fancy.
What? So was it just that the game was only Pong and that was it?
That's all we had.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
We had that too.
So we had the Atari Pong, which took the God, was it? a
They were round
joystick?
ones,
They were
weren't they?
round ones. Yeah, it was a round. It was
Yep.
a round twisty
Like
thing,
a-
and they had an orange button on it,
Yep.
and that was it.
I had a handle.
A joystick. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Welcome. Fun stuff. What do y'all do to keep yourself entertained when you're sitting? I'm curious
They
about
listen
that.
to the Outer Belt.
Obviously, you listen to the Outer Belt. Who doesn't? But I mean, I think that we're more suited for when you're driving.
Yeah.
You know, because we're not going to make you laugh out loud.
And wake up your sleeping. co-driver.
Exactly. Exactly. We may help you sleep,
Yeah.
but ultimately, my question to you, Eric, is now that we've done this, we have taken the maiden voyage. Can you see us, Outer Belt crew, all of us getting in that plane and flying somewhere?
Judging by the numbers you had to poke into the computer this morning for weight, we may have to configure it.
Everybody has to get a. Everybody
you
has.
have to
Everybody has
rate-
to get a Jimmy bucket and a big chalky fluid before the flight, so we get everybody just to.
I warn you, if you want to be on the plane, you're going to have to release your weight information.
Yes.
True.
I travel
It
with
is.
a cat scale ticket for our weight.
Jeez.
That way it's
Official documents.
certified. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
certified.
Are there that many seats?
There's only 5 seats.
I was gonna say.
Ours
So-
only had 4. Oh, you can squeeze a third.
That's
in the back.
5 seats. Yeah, it sits
4
3 back there.
comfortably.
4 comfortably. And 4 actually very comfortably. I've not sat in the back yet, but I have been told it's actually like super spacious. And the seats are like, they're not like crappy seats. I'd call it like seats out of an Audi or something, right? Like they're that nice leather of like kind of sporty, kind of nice, reasonably comfortable. Yeah.
I didn't complain about that.
So it's I will say this: it was so stinking cold. It was negative 18 degrees when we were up there. It was cold, and so being up at negative 18 degrees, that heater on full blast, ooh, wasn't great.
Still not giving you heat, huh?
I mean, it was putting heat out. It just the heat didn't last as fast as the freezing temperatures on the outside of the windows. You know what I mean? Like, it just.
So,
So you were
where's-
bundled?
I was layered up nicely. Eric was freezing.
Thank God I thought about it before we left, and the Under Armours
The thermals.
thermals.
Yeah.
I asked him if I should wear them, and his answer was, "I'm wearing them right now." And I'm like, "That's good enough. I'll be right back."
Oh, it's so.
Thank God I did, because I was still very cold.
Yes.
Like a blanket or something too.
Mhm.
Yes. Well, what's crazy is like the airplane I'm flying on a day-to-day basis, the one the oil pressure died on today. They're physically identically the same size, but the one I'm in has a bigger engine, so it goes faster, and it also has it performs better. It also has larger fuel tanks, and it has the anti-icing equipment on it, and so that's why I'm doing my instrument studies in that airplane, because we can fly into bad weather and we can turn the anti-icing stuff on and fly. The one that Eric and I flew today that I can rent and fly doesn't have the anti-icing, even though it was this cold. There's no moisture in the air. There's no clouds, so there's no chance of icing.
Right.
So that's why we could fly it today. But so when I flew out this morning in the airplane, that bigger engine, we were comfortable and fine. Smaller engine with Eric today, it did not put out nearly as much heat. I was surprised. We're up there and I'm like, it's chilly for me. And normally these airplanes will sweat you out. It just two different engines and that massive engine puts out so much more heat than that little tiny one does. So
Because heat warmers.
I know, right?
It made a difference who was facing the sun when we're going east or west.
Oh yeah, Eric. We turn around and we're flying back, and Eric's like, "Oh my gosh, the sun! It's so much warmer
On this side.
Yeah. So now I'm looking forward to doing more of this. I have 22 hours left that I have to get to before I can take my check ride and test out of it. So that's 9 or 10 more of these, just random, pick a day and go fly for a couple hours. So, getting close to the instrument check ride, hopefully in the next 2 months or so.
How
Have
exciting.
it done. That'd be
Cool.
great. I can't wait. Then I can rent the big plane. I'll never rent the small plane again.
That'd be the Uber Deluxe.
Oh, it's so much faster. Anyways, well, cool. I hope you can see us going places and doing things in it. I'm excited. I really enjoy it, and to be able to share that with other people is fun to me. So if you like what you've heard today and you want to help support us, you could use our GoFundMe, but we haven't set one up yet. You could use our Patreon, also not set up yet. You could join our VIP. Don't have one. The best way you can do cost you nothing. You
YouTube
could
memberships?
YouTube memberships. Do we have a YouTube membership yet? So, super chats?
The other one
Nothing?
not set up yet.
We should do a live and do some super chats.
We should.
There's
That'd
a
be
lot
fun.
of people that want to do lives. I've been hearing that again.
Yeah, it seems like it kind of comes in waves, right? And
Yeah.
it seems like it's time for lives again because
Yeah.
Yeah.
At any rate,
days of our lives. Hey, so great. I just demonetized our episode, so we're gonna get sued by RCA. If you want to support us, yeah, a couple different ways you can do it. One, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. If you really think what we've done has been a banger job, share it. There's a little button there with an arrow. You can share it, send it to someone. Say, hey, these guys are absolutely crazy, stupid, fun, whatever you want to say. One person talks too much, but the rest of them have great insight. Share it with other people so they can hear it. We hopefully will help people get down there, drive a little better, a little faster, a little easier. We've all been drivers. We know what it's like behind the steering wheel, and it is nice to have someone in your ears. We just want to be that for a little bit of your time to help you out. And if you have anything you want to tell us about our podcast, drop us a comment. If you're watching us on YouTube or one of the platform services that allow comments, if you are not on an episode or on a platform that allows comments, make a review. You can drop a review and say, hey, these people are great. Give us 5-star reviews. If you want to give us less than 5-star reviews, don't give us a review. You can also shoot us an email at theouterbeltpodcast@gmail.com. That's theouterbeltpodcast@gmail.com. Or you can personally call Jerry at
833 Hyfield. That's 833-493-4353, option 1.
yeah. I know how to transfer.
and that'll get you one of our fine people in recruiting. So if you want to hear more about what we're doing over here at Hyfield, what we're doing with our custom trucks, tractors, straight trucks, reefers, dries, all the stuff we're doing now, it's so hard to keep track of everything we're doing.
It is so hard.
It's just gone crazy. And I haven't even told you about what we're doing next.
I know.
So, blimps
Ooh,
and drone operators,
nice.
Dirigibles.
dirigibles,
Dirigibles.
maybe semi-dirigible,
Okay.
semi-rigid dirigible.
Semi-rigid dirigible.
There you go.
Yes.
Well, you Google yours right there. Anyways, so if you're interested in what we have to say, you can actually reach out, like she said, at this phone number. Option 1 gets you in touch with a few of our different recruiting people. They're great. Melissa's one of them, and they'll kind of give you a recount of what we're doing, and a recount.
Yeah, I will recount to you all of the wonderful trucks and options, whether you're Class B or Class A, experience or no experience. We'll recount it all.
Exactly. So, in the meantime, are we forgetting anything, Jerry? Is that pretty much everything?
That's pretty much it.
All right. Well, then, in that case,
Au revoir.
until next time.
Peace out. A down.
Ow.
Now we're getting sued by GE
Right?
Records. I think we can probably. Who's the other one? What's 50 Cent's record?
All right, peace out. See down. Does that work? Is that better?
I don't know. I can't think of it.
In the meantime, stay safe, make good decisions.
Don't leave money on the table.
And keep those wheels a turning.
Good night.
Bye.